I think the two plays that capsulized the whole game to me are the last play of the first half and then the free throw at the end. And the peaks are high, the valleys are extremely low. And we've been talking about the same thing here for a little bit. It's getting a little old, so we need to correct some of these things. And I thought Hamilton controlled, especially the second half. He got to the paint whenever he wanted, and really did a good job of creating pace. And then I thought we missed some timely shots, and they made some timely shots, which usually ends up getting you beat. And I thought the biggest disappointment was really giving up 15 offensive rebounds. That's energy finds the ball, and they had more energy at the end, it seemed like.
And Boykin on the free throw thing you're talking about, who was in the left-hand corner there for you guys there?
Well, it was Christian who was on the top, and they squeezed, and he came from the top and ran around the back. He wasn't on the
Okay.
He was at the top.
Okay. Does that happen very often?
Might be the first time in 28 years I've seen it.
Uh-huh. At the end, I've done the same thing, no timeout, and just go for the three. Did you debate with some of that?
We were going for a quick two.
Okay.
And then we ended up not getting a quick two. I thought we had a couple looks that we should have taken, but I mean that's late game situations. You can practice them, but until they happen, they're not the same when it happens in the game.
Right. They were really on the lines tight too.
They did a good job on the line, and we had a couple good looks that we missed also. But I mean, you look at their defensive field goal percentage; they're a good defensive team also.
Reggie, they kind of had you on that last sequence, at least briefly there, kind of stopped you a little bit. What was the defense like tonight, and on that particular play, what were you seeing?
The defense tonight, they were just running through the lanes and trying to pressure us really. And on that specific play, like when I caught the ball, like I kind of caught it like off, like, and I didn't think I should take that shot. So that was really it.
Christian, did it, obviously you had to shoot the ball at that time, right? You were like 2 feet behind the line, something like that?
Yeah, something like that.
Did you feel like you were on line? I mean, it's on line but short. How did it feel when you let it go?
I mean, I kind of stepped into it the wrong way. I stepped in right, left instead of left, right. But not to make an excuse, I should have hit it. That's about it.
Guys, what's more disappointing, the late game scenario not working out that you can learn in, or the things that coach is pointing out elsewhere in the game that maybe cost you more before you got to the late game?
I think it's everything. I think all of the offensive rebounds they got and our turnovers and the points from the turnovers really killed us. I don't think the late game is something that you can worry about too much. It differs every game. You can't prepare for every situation that comes.
You guys handled their pressure pretty well, though. After the first couple of, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes, you had like 8 turnovers, and then you end up with 10 or 11 at the half, and you handled it pretty decently, I thought.
I thought the turnovers that bother us they're unforced. Right. 16, you could take away. I mean, we have illegal screens, pass and catch ones. That you're just saying, how does that happen? And that's we need to eliminate those. And I mean, how many close games have we had already? We've had more special situation opportunities in a 12-game season than some seasons you have all year combined. I mean, between FIU and UMass and South Dakota State, and in this game, and at some point we need to not put yourself in those positions.
And 9 in the first 9 minutes, turnover-wise, at least got it cleaned up a little bit. I don't know if
It was pass and catch. I mean, it was not. I mean, the first play of the game, we flipped one and we turned it over, and the second play of the game, we travel. I mean, we talk about these things. We talk about these things, and unfortunately, until you experience some of this, the message doesn't get through until you experience them.
What did you tell the guys when you called that timeout in the first minute?
So we need to. I mean, you always worry games around Christmas because you wonder which team has one foot on the plane. And when you start like that, you're wondering. These are things it's so casual. You can't be casual.
2 things I thought that I'm seeing more of, and I thought were pretty effective tonight, is you're trapping more with your guards on the top, and that's been really effective for you, I think. And also both the points played tonight, and I thought they played pretty well together tonight.
I mean, we need to straighten up a lot of things. We can't have 9 assists, 16 turnovers. You can't keep giving up the same amount of points off the turnovers, and the turnovers are really putting our defense at risk. I mean, if we can eliminate turnovers and live ball points, we're fine. And then, like I said, the other thing that bothered us was the 15 offensive rebounds. You got to go rebound the ball.
Coach, what do you take from close games like this? You guys have won a couple, lost a couple, and what's the message of the team as you guys continue to play these tight games, I guess.
The bad news is we've lost some. The good news is young guys, as we get through the season, are going to see in a bunch of these situations or have played in pressure situations. And when you look around, I haven't done a poll, but when you look at mid-major programs, how many teams have played as many as, top 125 RPI teams? You can't do that against La Tech. You can't turn it over, you can't not rebound, you can't, be ineffective. And I think these are lessons that we're learning hopefully in the preseason that'll help once we get to conference play. But it's frustrating.
Reggie, can you elaborate just on that, on the lessons you guys are getting here?
It's basically the same mistakes we keep making that Coach keeps telling us about, and we just got to get tougher and finish out games, really.
This was a really good team that came in here tonight. They went to Ohio State, et cetera. I thought you guys played a really, really nice first half, other than, some of the early turnovers and stuff. Do you come out of here with maybe, I don't know, do you feel, I mean, obviously you're hacked off, you lost, and, you shouldn't have done this and done that or whatever. But, I saw some strides, I thought, tonight. Are you seeing some particular areas start to come together better?
Yeah, definitely, but I think we struggled with a lot of things, and I think it's a lot of things that we can fix in the future, and hopefully we don't have to keep going over the same mistakes over and over again, so we can practice on the new mistakes that we're making. Coach says that all the time, that we need to fix the old mistakes so we can go to a new set of mistakes that we can do.
Your confidence, I mean, you feel good, comfortable, the ball's in your hand a good amount in some of these late game scenarios, comfortable in that position?
Oh yeah, I thought I had an advantage today with the guy guarding me, and Coach called my number, so I just tried to make the right play every time that I got the ball.
I was going to say, Christian, are you starting to feel a little bit more comfortable? I mean, you had a great freshman year. You're playing really, really well this year. Just more comfortable with the college game and just kind of adjusting to things and obviously getting more playing time and more experience?
Yeah, definitely. I'm feeling a lot more comfortable. I think I got the mental game, a part of the game down a little bit more than I did last year. And I think that's helped me a lot. I see the game better now and just go over the games and see what I can do better every time so I'll be prepared for the next games.
Joe, the trapping up top, we're going to continue to see more of that. It looks like you're continuing to put more and more of that sort of stuff
I think we'll
in.
be able to do some more of those things. And today was a tough game. We didn't get to play as many guys. It was a tough game for Trey to play because of their small line.
Right.
They play small. We played Ray at the foursome, and I think he will continue to be aggressive. Our offense has let us down. It hasn't been our defense for the most part. I mean, they've made some plays, but a lot of them we contributed to.
Reggie, you and Zach played pretty nicely when you're both out on the floor. You found it for a nice three-quarter court pass and dunk today, et cetera. How do you think it's kind of flowing when you guys are both on the floor? And I know that's something Joe wants to do more and more as the season goes along.
I think it kind of takes the pressure off of both of us. Like he can bring the ball up some, or I'll bring it up and run the plays. So I mean, I see nothing but positivity from it.
Obviously, Louisiana Tech had every bit of your attention, but I'll bet you you've snuck a peek at South Dakota.
I really haven't. I'll hold them all.
Okay.
I've seen some preliminary just scores and stats, but I haven't. I'll start watching tape on those guys tomorrow morning.
Okay.